You're at Rant Lake, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one's for Dan, who says, "Rant about Vocaloid, please, and the anime that has come from it." Well, believe it or not, back in 2009, I was really into Hatsune Miku because I had gotten way into Nico Nico Doga for some reason, which is the Japanese equivalent of YouTube. Um, and I was watching all these Mads and stuff, and the Ryu Seigun, and all this stuff, and like Miku was just starting to get really popular around that time. Like I think she came out in 2008, and then Miku Miku Nishite Ageru and some other songs had come out. But like when Ryo started making music with Supercell, that was when it was like really exploding, and I was totally into Ryo's songs. Love is War was probably my favorite. There was, of course, what's the song title? World is Mine, Melt. All these songs were really huge at the time. It's funny how, like, World is Mine has always remained, like, one of her most popular songs, but I feel like people don't talk about Melt as much, even though that was, like, the biggest one at the time. Black Rock Shooter came out around this time, so all these were Ryo songs, and, they were all fucking huge on Nika Nika Doga. And also just using Miku Miku Dance was really big. There was tons of Miku Miku Dance to various songs. I was a big fan of this one that was the Jamiroquai song Virtual Insanity, where they just basically recreated the music video with Miku dancing. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I would just sit around and watch these types of videos on Nico Nico amidst other things, and I loved it. I loved her design. Was a big fan. I have a couple Miku figures you might have seen, and I was especially into Black Rock Shooter. And then they made the OVA for Black Rock Shooter in I think 2010, and I loved the OVA. I thought it was really cool looking. Loved the Yuri undertones. It had some of my favorite voice actresses because I think Kana Hanazawa and Miyuki Sawashiro were both in it, and I was a huge fan of both of them at the time. Now they've both been in fucking everything, but they hadn't done a lot of shows together yet, I don't think, at the time. But yeah, like I was a fan of the OVA. I bought the fucking big ass Black Rock Shooter figure, the first one that they made, and I didn't expect it to get so oversaturated because like Miku is already hugely popular, and there were like a few figures. Like you have to understand, most anime characters at best get one figure. Like you have to be a fairly popular character to even get a figure, maybe two. The real popular ones, the big waifus, like a Rem from ReZero or something, they're going to get a bunch of figures of them in different outfits and, like, all kinds of shit. But, like, Miku went from, like, 5 or 6 figures to just hundreds. Just, like, we're going to put Miku in every conceivable outfit. We're going to use every piece of, like, popular piece of fan art of Miku is going to become a statue. We're going to have sponsored Mikus. We're going to have tie-in Mikus. Miku's going to become a fucking literal hologram dancing on the goddamn Tonight Show or whatever. Like, Miku got so huge. And, by that point, I wasn't really on Nico Nico Doga anymore. I wasn't keeping up with it. Like, the tail end of my interest in Miku basically was when the first Vita game came out. Miku, what the fuck are those games called? I don't even remember what they're called. But the ones where it's like a rhythm game. My buddy Donson had it on his Vita because he had a hacked one, so because the game hadn't come out in America yet. And I played that, and like even then at that time there was already tons of songs I didn't know. Like I basically knew the Ryo songs and not really anything else. I mean, not to say that those were the only Vocaloid songs I was ever a fan of, because sometimes people would make like edgier rock music, because I don't really listen to that much J-pop, or like I don't like most of the stuff that becomes popular on YouTube, like the Miku songs that get animated music videos and everybody makes a big deal out of them, and I just usually find them pretty generic. Like, but there was one guy who did animated videos. Tell me if anybody in the comments knows the name of this series. Let me know. It's one where Miku's like wearing a book over her face, like book-faced edgy Miku and the songs are like these hard rock songs that are pretty good. At least there's a couple that I remember liking. I don't remember the artist or the name of the like album or concept or whatever it was, because I never knew what the fuck was happening in the videos. It was just Miku with a book on her face. But that one was pretty cool. But yeah, Miku just got so fucking big. I also have a K art book, the artist who designed Miku. But like, I lost track of it. And by the time I saw Miku live in concert, because I saw Lady Gaga back in like 2013? No, 2014. Yeah. In early 2014, I saw Lady Gaga live, and Miku was her opener. It wasn't the full hologram. It was like a hologram projected onto these three like thin screens. But like she played World Is Mine, which I knew, and none of the other songs had I ever heard before. So I was just like, yeah, Miku is, as a craze, is just way beyond me. I don't know I don't know enough about the current trends in Miku. And yeah, there's been a ton of shows that came out of it. Mikagura School Suite, which I think I watched like 3 episodes of. It was alright. The Mikaku Shitty Actors, I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of. It was alright. Fucking... What else was there? There's been a bunch. Like, some of them you can't even identify. Like, you don't even realize until somebody tells you that it's a Vocaloid thing. Like, I don't think I would have known that Mikagura School Suite was based on a fucking Vocaloid project if I hadn't heard. So yeah, I guess I haven't really consumed any newer Vocaloid stuff. I'm in a Vocaloid old fag, if you will. It's been 10 fucking years. It's been, 10 years since I was into it, which is crazy to me. Like, it's insane that Miku has been around for so long and continued to thrive and be popular. That, like, you could still get Miku shirts at, like, FYE and fucking Hot Topic. So, like, I would say she's entered the public lexicon. Like, she's reached the point of being a truly iconic character. I don't know if she's going to have the longevity of Pikachu, but let's just say if they ever decide to make I can easily see us reaching a point in 5-10 years where they could viably release a Hatsune Miku film. A full CG film, and have it be successful. And I'd probably go see it.